Well, David, if Iran is allowed to continue to enrich uranium to weapons grade status, and we don't stop that, we negotiate some kind of a deal where they can do that, and you know what their intentions are, what do you think the nation Israel would do in the future with that? Would Israel ever just strike Iran, or what would happen?
Well, we're very concerned about the deal as it's being discussed right now. That deal would allow Iran to keep just about everything that they've assembled illegally over the last quarter century.
Right.
And that would make them very close, what we call a threshold country, very close to reaching those nuclear weapons. It really depends on their political decision, strategic decision, whether to do it or not. And the second part of the agreement that is very disturbing is the fact that after 10 years, all pressures are off. Exactly. And they're treated as a legitimate partner with no regard for what they're actually doing.
Yeah.
Sponsoring terrorism, taking over Arab countries, calling for Israel's destruction, denying that the Holocaust happened, all of these things. So it's something that we're very, very concerned about. If this continues and, the likelihood is debatable, I'm seeing press reports that they're not going to reach a deal by March 24th, which is really literally next week. Yep. If that doesn't happen, we'll continue to press for more significant terms that would constrain Iran. Israel doesn't want to see this resolved militarily. We always wanted to see this resolved politically, economically, diplomatically. But if that is not in the cards, Iran going nuclear with all the things that it does that we know even before they went nuclear, now being nuclear, would make Iran such a danger that Israel would have to consider other options that we would prefer not to consider right now.
Yeah.
Which Israel has done before in 1978
That's right.
in Iraq. And so this is not something that's off the table, and it shouldn't be, should it? You're a sovereign nation. You're being threatened by a nation that calls continually for your destruction. They have been, and you have the right to defend yourself.
Look, we're a people at least 4,000 years old. And we've been through many ups and downs and many challenges, and they have all, as we all know, they have all been overcome.
Indeed.
And this will be overcome as well.
Indeed.
And one day when this Iranian leader, we just finished a holiday where we celebrated the defeat of another Persian leader, then they will be a footnote in history as well. But we would prefer, again, to do this through our friends, through a broader alliance, through pressure, through peaceful means, where we think that Iran is very weak and vulnerable, and it could be constrained. But if that is not the case, we're going to be facing a very dangerous world, because other countries will go nuclear as well in the Middle East.
Yes,
they're highly unstable, and we'll have to deal with this.
Yeah.
Sort of like a chain reaction over there.
Well, that's the Saudis have already said as much and already talked to Pakistan and China.
And understandably so.
And of course they are.
It's like dominoes.
Yeah.
In case